Want to live longer? Here are 7 things you need to know after 70. Welcome to Buddhist Motivation, the channel dedicated to helping you discover the deeper wisdom of life through Buddhist teachings and practical life advice. Today, we are diving into an incredibly important topic that touches all of us: longevity. As we grow older, we all wonder, how much time do we truly have left after 70? Is it possible to live longer, healthier, and more fulfilling lives as we age? The good news is, yes, it is possible, and today, I'll be sharing 7 key signs that can reveal how long you might live after turning 70. These signs are not just guesses, they are backed by real research and insights from health experts, and they can help guide you in living a longer, more vibrant life. From a personal standpoint, I truly believe that age is just a number, and how we live our lives today can have a huge impact on the quality of our future years. Whether it's balance, sleep, or the way we handle stress, each of these factors plays a vital role in how long we live and how healthy we remain. These insights align with Buddhist teachings, which encourage us to live mindfully, stay connected, and take care of our physical and spiritual well-being. Before we dive into the full story, please take a moment to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and leave your thoughts in the comments below. Your support motivates me to continue creating content that brings value and inspiration to your life. Sign 1. The power of balance. Can you stand strong? Balance is something most of us take for granted until we begin to lose it. I want you to picture this. You're at a family gathering, and as you stand up to walk across the room, you suddenly feel that slight wobble in your legs. It's subtle, but it's there. You catch yourself just in time, but deep down, you wonder, how many times has this happened without me realizing? Let me introduce you to 2 people, Jack and Emily. Jack, 72, has always taken pride in staying active. He goes for walks every morning, practices Tai Chi, and makes it a habit to stand on one leg for 10 seconds every day as a way to maintain his balance. One day, at a park, he decides to take the 10-second balance test. He lifts his leg, focuses, and stands firm. There's no wobbling, no fear of falling, just a quiet sense of confidence. Then, there's Emily. Emily, 74, has never really thought about her balance. She loves going out with friends and is active in her own way, but she's never specifically focused on strengthening her balance. One day, she's at a yoga class with her friends, and they ask her to stand on one leg. As soon as she lifts her foot, she starts tipping over. The instructor quickly grabs her arm to steady her. At that moment, Emily feels embarrassed, but more than that, she feels a growing sense of fear. Is her body telling her something? Emily starts to think about her body differently. She realizes that this little moment isn't just about balance, it's about a bigger picture. Balance is connected to the strength of her muscles, the function of her nervous system, and even her brain. It's not just a physical issue, it's a message from her body. And just like that, she decides to take action. She adds simple exercises to her routine, standing on one leg for a few seconds every day, walking heel to toe, and even joining a gentle Tai Chi class to improve her stability. Buddhist insight. In Buddhist teachings, balance is a reflection of harmony between body and mind. Just as we strive for mental clarity through meditation, we must also work toward physical stability. In the same way we practice mindfulness to ground ourselves in the present moment, small daily efforts to strengthen our balance can create lasting stability in our lives. Focus on each step you take today, and you will see the benefits as you grow older. Sign 2. The strength of your grip. How firm is your hold on life? Your grip strength might seem like something minor, but I'm here to tell you it's one of the clearest indicators of your overall health, especially as we get older. Think about your handshake. When was the last time you gave someone a firm, confident handshake? Do you remember how that felt? Now, imagine you're trying to open a jar of pickles. Can you do it without any struggle, or do you find yourself asking for help? Let's talk about two people, Henry and Lisa. Henry, at 79, has always been the kind of person who lifts weights and stays active. He's the guy who always opens jars for his friends at family dinners and never hesitates to grab a heavy bag. His grip has always been strong. One day, Henry notices a slight discomfort in his wrist as he tries to twist off a lid. At first, he brushes it off, thinking it's nothing. But over the next few weeks, he realizes that his once firm grip is starting to slip, and that minor inconvenience begins to feel like more of a challenge. Meanwhile, Lisa, who is 80, has also lived an active life, but she noticed her grip strength was weakening when she had trouble holding onto a grocery bag. At first, she tried to ignore it, but after attending her routine doctor's appointment, her physician mentioned that grip strength is directly tied to overall muscle health. Lisa then made the decision to start doing hand exercises using a tennis ball, doing some resistance training for her arms, and even adding some grip strengthening activities into her daily routine. Over time, Lisa noticed a significant difference. Not only could she grip things more easily, but she also felt stronger overall. Her confidence grew, and she knew that by taking action on this small yet powerful sign, she had taken control of her future. The key takeaway here is simple. A weak grip doesn't just signify weak hands, it can be a warning of muscle loss and the potential for frailty. Like Henry and Lisa, you too have the power to improve your grip strength, to regain that confidence in your ability to hold on to life, literally and metaphorically. Buddhist insight. In Buddhism, we often hear about the importance of detachment, the ability to hold on to things lightly. But the strength of our grip doesn't just refer to physical things. It's about how tightly we hold on to attachments, worries, and fears. Just as we cultivate strength in our hands, we must also practice letting go of unnecessary burdens, fostering flexibility, and embracing strength in both our physical and spiritual lives. By strengthening your grip, you're also practicing the art of both holding and releasing with intention and mindfulness. Sign 3. The pace of your walk. Are you moving through life or dragging behind? Walking speed is something so simple, yet so telling. Have you ever noticed how some people glide effortlessly through the day, while others seem to move slower, taking longer to get anywhere? The speed at which you walk is more than just a reflection of your physical fitness, it's an indicator of your overall health, including your muscle strength, cardiovascular system, and even your brain function. Let's meet two more people, David and Jane. David, 75, has always loved being outdoors. Every morning, he takes a brisk walk around his neighborhood, enjoying the fresh air and the rhythm of his steps. He's never in a hurry, but his steady pace speaks volumes about his health. One day, while walking, David passes by Jane, who is also 75. Jane has recently started to slow down. She used to love walking briskly too, but now she struggles to keep up, frequently taking breaks to catch her breath. She tries to ignore it, but deep down, she knows something has changed. David notices Jane's struggle and feels a pang of concern. He's been walking every day for years and never felt this kind of exhaustion. But Jane's story isn't just about getting older, it's about how quickly your muscles, circulation, and even your brain function can decline if you don't stay active. Walking, for David, isn't just about fitness, it's about maintaining a connection with his body and a sense of purpose each day. One afternoon, Jane has a conversation with her doctor, who tells her that walking speed is one of the best indicators of overall health and longevity. This simple piece of advice changes her perspective. Jane starts walking a little more each day, adding small steps to her routine, and even includes a few strength exercises to help her legs. Slowly but surely, her walking speed picks up, and so does her energy. Here's the lesson: if you notice yourself slowing down, don't dismiss it. Just like Jane, it's not too late to make small changes. Start by walking a little more each day. Remember, your pace can be an indicator of your health, so take action now to speed up your vitality. Buddhist insight: in Buddhist teachings, the idea of right effort is key. Just as in life, where we must balance our efforts between too little and too much, our walking pace is a metaphor for our overall approach to life. If we drag our feet, it's a reflection of our lack of balance. But when we walk with purpose steadily, with intention, we move closer to clarity and wellness. By paying attention to your walking pace, you're also walking mindfully through life, one step at a time. Sign 4. The quality of your sleep. Are you truly resting or just lying down? Sleep is something we all need, but how often do we think about its true impact on our health? When you wake up in the morning, do you feel refreshed, or do you struggle to shake off the fatigue from the night before? Sleep isn't just about resting your body, it's the time when your body heals, your immune system strengthens, and your brain detoxifies. The quality of your sleep has a profound effect on your longevity. Let me tell you about two people, Tom and Carol. Tom, at 74, has always been a night owl. In his younger years, he used to stay up late working on projects, and even now, he finds it hard to wind down before bed. As a result, Tom struggles with restless nights. He wakes up frequently and often feels groggy when he gets up in the morning. Despite this, he brushes it off, thinking it's just part of getting older. Carol, also 74, has always prioritized her sleep. She follows a strict routine. She goes to bed at the same time every night, avoids screens before sleep, and makes sure her room is dark and quiet. She wakes up feeling refreshed, with more energy throughout the day. Over the years, Carol has noticed that her mental clarity remains sharp, and she has fewer health issues. Her sleep is a key factor in how she maintains her vitality. For Tom, the poor sleep is taking a toll. He feels increasingly fatigued during the day, struggles with memory, and notices a decline in his mood. Carol, on the other hand, continues to stay sharp and energized. Her consistent sleep patterns have contributed to her overall well-being, both mentally and physically. Here's the truth: poor sleep is a sign that something is off. It could be stress, diet, or even an undiagnosed health condition. Like Carol, it's important to take your sleep seriously. It's not just about how much sleep you get, but the quality of that rest. Don't wait until you're experiencing the effects of poor sleep. Take steps now to improve it. Buddhist insight. In Buddhism, sleep is seen as a time for the body to recharge, but also for the mind to rest from its constant activity. Just as meditation allows the mind to settle, quality sleep allows the mind and body to rejuvenate. To sleep peacefully is to let go of the worries of the day and rest in a state of mindfulness, embracing the stillness of the present moment. When we care for our sleep, we honor our body's need for restoration, just as we honor our practice of mindfulness. Sign 5. Your appetite and eating habits. Are you nourishing your body or just eating to fill the void? How often do you stop and think about what you're eating? Do you look forward to meals, savoring each bite, or is eating just something to do when you're hungry? The way you eat after the age of 70 can be one of the clearest indicators of how your body is functioning. A healthy appetite and balanced eating habits keep your energy levels high, your immune system strong, and your muscles in top shape. Let's meet Sarah and Jack. Sarah, 76, has always loved food. She enjoys cooking, trying new recipes, and sitting down to meals with her family. Every day, she eats a variety of fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, and whole grains. Her appetite is strong, and she enjoys every bite. Despite being 76, she feels energetic, maintains a healthy weight, and is rarely sick. On the other hand, Jack, 77, has noticed that his appetite has started to wane. He no longer feels hungry at mealtime and often skips meals. When he does eat, he turns to processed foods, which he knows aren't the best choice, but it's easier. Over time, Jack begins to lose weight unintentionally and feels more fatigued. His energy levels dip, and his muscles start to feel weaker. Sarah notices the difference in Jack. She reminds him that his appetite is a reflection of his body's needs. A decreased appetite can signal underlying health issues, whether it's digestive problems, hormonal changes, or something more serious like early cognitive decline. Jack begins to understand that his eating habits are not just about satisfying hunger, they are about nourishing his body, fueling his vitality, and supporting his future health. Here's what you need to know. If you're noticing changes in your appetite, don't ignore them. A loss of appetite isn't just a minor inconvenience, it's a sign that your body may not be absorbing nutrients properly, which can lead to muscle loss, weakened immune function, and an increased risk of falls and illness. Start focusing on nutrient-dense foods, whole grains, lean proteins, and plenty of fruits and vegetables. And most importantly, take pleasure in your meals. Eating should be an act of nourishment, not just a routine. Buddhist insight. In Buddhism, mindful eating is about more than just what we eat, it's about how we eat. It's a practice of being present with our food, appreciating the nourishment it provides, and recognizing it as a gift. By eating mindfully, we connect with the body's true needs and avoid overindulgence. Nourishment isn't just physical, it's about feeding the soul as well. Every meal is an opportunity to cultivate gratitude and respect for our body's wisdom. Sign 6. Your ability to handle stress. Is your mind at peace or constantly on edge? Stress is something we all experience, But have you ever noticed how some people seem to handle it better than others? It's not about avoiding stress entirely. Life will always throw challenges your way, but it's about how you respond to it. Chronic stress doesn't just affect your mood, it weakens your immune system, raises your risk of heart disease, and accelerates the aging process. Let me introduce you to two more people, Alan and Mary. Alan, 78, has had his fair share of challenges in life. He's faced health scares, financial troubles, and the loss of loved ones. But Alan has always maintained a calm, steady approach to life. He practices deep breathing exercises every morning, takes long walks to clear his mind, and has a strong circle of friends and family who support him. When stress arises, he deals with it head on, but he doesn't let it control him. Mary, also 78, has experienced similar hardships, but she tends to hold on to stress. She worries about things beyond her control, often dwelling on problems for days or even weeks. Her blood pressure is high, her sleep is poor, and she feels emotionally drained. Over time, this constant tension takes a toll on her body. Alan notices how Mary's stress has started to affect her health. He encourages her to join him for walks and to practice breathing exercises. Slowly, Mary begins to incorporate these habits into her routine. She starts to feel more relaxed, her mood improves, and she even notices her blood pressure decreasing. Mary learns that by changing how she handles stress, she can change her health and her future. The message here is clear: how you handle stress plays a critical role in your overall health. If you're constantly feeling overwhelmed, it's time to take action. You can't avoid stress, but you can manage it. Whether it's through mindfulness, exercise, or simply learning to let go of what you can't control, your ability to handle stress today will directly impact your longevity. Buddhist insight. In Buddhism, one of the core teachings is about the impermanence of life. Everything, including stress, is temporary. By practicing mindfulness, we can observe our stress without allowing it to control us. The key is to respond to stress with awareness and equanimity, knowing that, like all things, it will pass. Stress is a part of life, but it's our attachment to it that causes suffering. Letting go of that attachment brings peace, and peace brings longevity. Sign 7. Your social connections. Are you surrounded by love or isolated in silence? As we grow older, our social connections become even more important. You've probably heard the saying, "It takes a village," but as you approach your 70s, you realize just how true that is. Strong social ties, whether through family, friends, or community involvement, are directly linked to a longer, healthier life. On the flip side, loneliness can significantly shorten your lifespan. Let me introduce you to two people, Eleanor and Betty. Eleanor, 79, is the epitome of a social butterfly. She's always surrounded by friends, participates in community activities, and makes it a point to stay in touch with her family. Every week, she attends book club meetings, organizes get-togethers, and shares meals with loved ones. Eleanor's life is full of laughter, conversation, and meaningful connections. As a result, she feels vibrant, engaged, and mentally sharp. Betty, on the other hand, 79, as well, has seen her social circle shrink over the years. She's lost touch with many of her old friends, and although she has family, she rarely reaches out. She spends most of her days alone, watching television or reading books in silence. Over time, Betty begins to feel isolated and disconnected. Her mood declines, and her health suffers. She feels increasingly tired, and her cognitive function begins to decline. Her doctor suggests that her loneliness may be contributing to her deteriorating health. Eleanor notices Betty's isolation and invites her to join the weekly book club meetings. At first, Betty is hesitant, but she agrees to give it a try. To her surprise, she finds the social interaction invigorating. She begins reconnecting with old friends, going out more, and even volunteering at the community center. Slowly but surely, Betty's health improves. Her mood lifts, her energy returns, and she starts to feel a sense of purpose again. She realizes that her social connections are not just important, they are essential for her well-being. The important lesson here is this: isolation is not a natural part of aging. Staying socially connected is just as important as taking care of your physical health. Like Eleanor and Betty, you can decide to make social connections a priority. It doesn't matter how small the step: reaching out to a friend, joining a new group, or even starting a conversation with a neighbor can make all the difference. Don't let yourself fade into isolation. Embrace the connections that will keep you vibrant and connected to the world. Buddhist insight. In Buddhism, the concept of Sangha refers to the community of people who support one another on the spiritual path. This community is not just important for spiritual growth, it's essential for our mental and emotional well-being. Just as a single tree cannot grow strong without support from the earth, we too need the support of others to grow and thrive. Social connections nourish the soul, bring joy, and offer the strength to face life's challenges with resilience. Conclusion. And that's a wrap on today's video. I hope these 7 signs have helped you gain a deeper understanding of how to live longer and healthier after 70. It's never too late to start making small changes that can have a significant impact on your future. Remember, the path to longevity isn't just about adding years to your life, it's about adding life to your years. So, take what you've learned today and start applying it, whether it's improving your balance, handling stress better, or making time for meaningful social connections. You have the power to shape your future. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this topic. Comment below and share your reflections. If you found this video valuable, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe so you won't miss out on any future content from Buddhist Motivation. I have many more videos lined up to help you live a fulfilling and mindful life. Thank you so much for being here. I look forward to seeing you in the next video.